Dreams are great, but does the data support them? Welcome to part 15 of the journey from idea to fantasy sports platform in 100 days or less. We're now 2 weeks in, so it's time to define what I want to build. So here it is. A scalable network of fantasy sports web apps covering multiple sports where users can earn real rewards. Just like I did when learning e-commerce through compressionware, it's time to look at the market, current trends, and most importantly, what people want. What are their pet hates with the existing platforms, and where can we be better? I'm starting with a broad market view and then narrowing it down, trying to stay objective, but aware that I might be trying to fit my idea into either a saturated market or a non-existent one. So here's what the data says. Mobile gaming dominates with over 51% of the global gaming market share. 40% of gamers engage in competitive gaming or esports related content. The fantasy sports market was valued at $23 billion in 2023 and is projected to grow at a 14.1% annual rate through 2030. That's massive. So I'm confident there's a big enough pool of potential users. But I don't want to repeat old mistakes, growing too fast or overpromising. If you lose a customer once, it's so much harder to win them back. So from day one, customer experience and delivery will be top priorities. Let's start with the UK market. Football or soccer is clearly the big one. Last season, there were 11.5 million entries to Fantasy Premier League, but by season's end, less than 20% were still active. That's a huge drop. So something is missing, something is breaking engagement. Is that maybe the first problem we need to solve? Now, this is all happening on a shoestring budget, so I need to stay realistic. No flashy features, no bells, no whistles. Instead of going straight for football, the biggest, most competitive space, and potentially damaging my presence in that market through the inevitable mistakes I'll make along the way, I've decided to build a minimum viable product, or an MVP, for fantasy tennis. It only makes up about 9% of the total fantasy market, but it's growing faster than the industry as a whole. Plus, I love tennis. I know the game. And honestly, I'm probably my own ideal customer. Speaking of customers, that's something we'll get into very soon when we look at customer personas and who this is really built for. So follow, like, and join me in part 16 as we break down the fantasy tennis concept and start sketching out and planning the first version of the platform.